Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator of 2017 Mod Showcase with me, Kevin Sawyer. Hope you guys and girls are all well and enjoying your day wherever you're up to. And I've got a nice little placeable mod for you guys, so I'm going to cast this one out and see if I get a bite or two from this mod showcase, and you guys might be reeling to find out what it's all about, so I'll stop carping on and I'll get on. It is the placeable fish farm. Well, the modder has called it fish. Well, just called it farm, but I'm going to call it placeable fish farm because I think it's a sort of like good name for it. It's made by the modder of Kobe, and this is version 1.03 of this mod, and I say mod, but it's really mods, because it's a group of 3 mods I'm going to be covering today. So it's a 3 for 1, 3 for 2, sorry, 3 for 2, 3 for the price of 1, sort of like mod showcase for you guys and girls today. So for the farm itself, it's like I say, it's 1.0.3, and then there's for the trout camp, the fish trout camp, which is a big storage unit. That is 1.01, version 1.01, and for the caviar production, that's 1.01 as well. Again, guys and girls, the links for the description down for you, below for you guys and girls to have a play with and to have some fun with. So, but anyway, I'm going to show you how it works, and say it's a free mods in a sense. You don't necessarily need the caviar production. This will work on its own, but this you'll definitely need this for that to work, because that's the only way it can produce stuff. I'm going to go through it all with you guys. The fish trout camp, or storage unit. Again, if you're going to use this, you might as well download that as well, just to store your goods in. It seems a bit more realistic. Hate to use the phrase, but anyway, let's go into the shop. You'll find it all in placeables. Once you download them all, that is, go through what comes with what. So with the fish farm itself, just on its own, in the fish farm you get this, and the fish farm itself, and the sales point, which only sells the fish. And I'll go into costs, why it's beneficial to sort of like download the caviar production in a second as well. But for that again, it's all placeable. What I would recommend is putting it on a nice big bit of flat land, otherwise you're going to find it clips into the hillside or clips into the land. But anyway, it's £180 or whatever currency you're working in per day in maintenance to purchase, and 90 per day in maintenance. As for the sales point, 1 whatever currency you're working in to purchase, and 3 per day maintenance. Okay, and the next bit would be the storage bit for the fish itself, cold storage. That's all it can store is fish. You can't store anything at the moment, but as I say, the modder may come in and change this at a later date, so please bear that in mind. But anyway, that costs 100,000 to buy, and £150 or whatever currency you're working in maintenance per day. Right, this is the caviar production, which in that pack you'll get this and this in that, so these two here next to each other. And for the caviar production, it's 150,000. It's not cheap. None of it's really cheap, but obviously the sales points, they're quite cheap. That's 150,000 or 150,000 to purchase, and 90 per day. As for the sales point, that takes all of it, so you can sell your fish there, you can sell all of it there, and that's 100 to purchase, and 0 is free, no maintenance on that per day. Okay, right, I'm going to show you where how it all works. As I say, it's all placeable. Sorry if my computer's a bit laggy. My FS is acting up. I did do some strange... Well, I was playing about with some folders and it's kind of done something to the game, so I might have to uninstall it and reinstall it. I'll see how it gets on. But first of all, let's turn the old indicators off. You need water. Good old fashioned, just everyday water. Nothing special about it, just normal everyday water. Good old H2O. Right. Drive up to roughly where you can see I've got it now. You don't have to be right on it, as long as you're close enough to these like I back up. These points here looks a bit like a castle, weirdly enough. So pan back in and start filling. Turn the engine off. What I will say again, I will advise you, it does take quite a lot of water, this thing. So you're going to need quite a fairly big tank. And as you can see, the ammunition for the hose connects up to there. Works quite well. In fact, the ammunition's slightly off because there's the pipe for it there, but it could be because the way it's clipping into the hill here could be a factor. But anyway, leave that filling up. What else do you need? You need corn. Yes, you heard me right. You need corn. So let's just get rid of that text box and just jump in this whole case over here. If it let me. Jump in and then close the door again. And grab the wheel. Oops. What else was there we go. Had shuttle control on. Next bit you need is corn, like I said, and then if I come out the chapter, again, apologise about the lag spikes, as I say. I will try and resolve that. Get to that point where you see the tip symbol come up, and then tip. Again, this is just for demonstration purposes. This won't fill this up. I know this won't. Jump back out the tractor. Now I'll walk over to here and bring up the dial-up box. Oh, that did almost fill it up, 93%. So if you've got one of those trailers on your farm, you're good to go. One of them will fill it up, more or less. As I said, that water bowser, that's the second one I've put in there, and it's only at 12%, so it takes a fair amount of water to fill up. A bit like the old Great Mountain over there, it takes loads of water too. Textures are very good, I must admit. Throughout each of these mods, they're very good. You know, things are moving. Like, you've got like the cooler units, I think these ones move, yep. Little fans there. Again, sorry it's a bit lagged out, but got the fans there. Flags will move up on the top there. I'll try and back out, you can just probably see them. All these lights actually work at night as well, and they give you good light, so again I will try and show that in a bit. But anyway, let's fast forward time. Jump over that fence. And then just for for entertainment purposes, a fast forward time. As you can see, this is where the fish come out. You wonder why that's fish. Little baby fish. And this is where the frozen fish come out. As you can see, it stacks them up in nice little crates there for you. Pretty cool, huh? I'm not a big fish man. I don't like fish, eating fish myself, but it's still quite a cool mod. Right, it should be full. Right, and then if I get the telehandler, which is just over here. Get rid of shuttle control before I run a cropper into it. Now, you can do one or two things. You can either store these, or you can sell them directly to that sell point, like I say. I'll show you the price comparison to the sales point, one sales point and the other. So I'll sell this one off directly, because I'm going to be having another one of these in a sec anyway. Try jump in the cab, that'll probably help. I'll store this one. Let's throw it in there. As you can see, it appears on the shelf there. I'll jump out. What you'll see happen in a second or so. Actually, I can walk straight through here. This wall isn't collidable. This is one thing that the modder has changed since the first version and this version. He hid this actual trigger bit outside originally, so it was like, so you could just pop to the end there and grab it. It's literally where it is now, but outside. But he's changed it so it's inside, which again, hopefully the modder will rework these doors so they actually open, rather than you walking through plate. Well, I'd say it's a door, but it's a plate glass window in a sense, isn't it? So give it a few seconds. It should kick into life eventually. There we go. There you go. As you can see, it starts chilling. Get all the chiller like aspect going away there. So it's pretty cool, pretty authentic. Looks like ice on the outside there. Could be no. It's the air conditioning units on the outside. But it's all pretty cool. All works pretty good. Very good detail. Let's pick up this one. This will be like the last time I do this one. Just demonstration purposes. I'm going to use my super strength to pick up the next ones. Pop this over to the Caviar production part. Jump out. Again, sorry about the lag. Getting massive lag spikes my end as well as you were in, so. Right. So once you've loaded that in, unfortunately it does take four of them cartons to fill this thing up, to get one pallet of each out of this thing. So it's quite a lot of work, but trust me, it's a good amount of money you'll get from this. Right, so you fast forward time again. And I'll just quickly throw this over here. This is already, should have already be started in a sense. I'll quickly just get it to crank over. If you look at the crates there, you can see little the fishes in there. I think they're female fishes that are pregnant. But don't quote me on that. I don't know much about how they. Well, from what I understand, they obviously sort of like get the fish and just like squeeze the eggs out of them. From what I understand, this is like fish meal. There's another bloke in there. Got the little dark box in there. Weird, sounds like someone grinding something in there. It's like, ugh. And over here, again, this is fish eggs. And then I'll go and directly sell this one. And I'll pause the video and then I'll come back once we've got a full pallet. And then I'll take them down the shop to compare the prices before you go, or I'll show you the difference between the prices. But just take it to the standards, this sales point here, throw it down. So you get £3,767 for that one. Actually, it's comparable because I'm sure I got that in the last one. I'll have to have a look when we go back down to the shop again. But I've seen more in the other shop. But what I'll do is I'll pause it here and produce the other pallets, and then I'll just restart it again. Okay guys, welcome back, and as I showed you the sales point, this is sell point again, just in case I didn't show you guys, but here you go. The little dude's sitting here having a, looks like he's having a break of some sort, but anyway, let's throw these, use the old super strength, throw this on, see how much you get from this. Looking like a fair amount of money straight away, straight off the bat. So you get 16 grand, just over, for that pallet of that stuff. What about this one here, about this? Let's throw that on. Again, sorry, it's a bit laggy. Quite a fair amount straight away as well. Can see it racing up. £51 grand. Now, when I sold one earlier on my mod testing map, that sold for 60 grand. So it's obviously the more you sell, the cheaper they get. How about these? Yeah, so it's roughly about the same as the other sales point. So it's dependent on how often you sell fish to them. So I think there's no, it's up to you whether you want to use this part of the mod for that, if you just want to do the fish farming. But the caviar does definitely work out quite productive. What I'll do is I'll just fast forward time, so you guys can see what this looks at night. And what I'll do is I'll pause it again here, and then I'll just start again when it's night time, show you guys what it all looks like at night. So be back in just a jiffy. Welcome back, and as you can see, this is a Caviar sales point, fish sales point, fishmongers, Caviar, etc, etc, etc. This bloke still sitting here. I'll show you. Look, we've got lights. Looks pretty cool at night. I'll show you the rest quickly. Let's quickly. Wrong button. Yeah, that was the right button, Kev. You go down to here, visit, and then I'll wander over to the other parts of it, so you guys can have a sense of what it's all like at night. Again, sorry, leg spike. Again, it's pretty well lit. The pallets are all a bit on the dark side. This inside bit's pretty well lit, and as you can see, this is pretty well lit as well. We want it overly lit because obviously the fish do need to sleep. It's got enough light there so you can see what you're doing, and there's lights around the front of it as well so you can see what you're doing. But I hope you guys enjoyed the mod showcase. If you did, again guys, feel free to like, and if you didn't like it, please feel free to dislike. If you also know someone that may also enjoy watching this mod showcase, guys, please feel free to share. It helps me out a lot, and I don't mind you guys sharing. And if you're new to my channel and want to see future mod showcases or anything else that I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.